My name is Ron Cobb. I was born February 24th, 1950, and I grew up in the southeast corner of Clayton. I grew up in a family of modest means, and so in our family, tennis was never discussed. It was never thought about. It just wasn't there. But my grade school gym teacher suggested that I give tennis a try, but I never had lessons, never went to a clinic. I just did it on my own. I made the team at Clayton High School, and when I went to Mizzou, I walked on and made the tennis team and played in every match my freshman year. In the 35s, I think I was ranked #1 2 or 3 years in a row, but that was part of the reason why I got into tennis writing. I don't think anyone in the history of St. Louis tennis ever covered the sport as extensively as I did. When I came out of college, I got a job in Bloomington, Indiana briefly, and then I went to Memphis for 6 years. I wrote a lot of tennis down there, but my goal was always to get back to the Post-Dispatch because that's the sports section I grew up reading, and I really wanted to work there. So I finally got hired in 1980, but they didn't hire me as a tennis writer. I mean, that was never even discussed. They wanted someone who was willing to work the night desk and edit stories, write headlines, with the god-awful hours of 11:30 p.m. to 6 a.m. And I did that for 3.5 years. After I was there for a year, I went to the sports editors and I said, you know, we cover so much local golf, but we don't cover any local tennis. I said, why don't you let me cover some tennis? And they said, that's okay, but you'll have to do it on your own time. And so that was the arrangement with me for the next 20 years. I would work my regular job, and then at night or on the weekends, I would go out and cover tennis. And I think the fact that I did it on my own time impressed the selection committee of the Hall of Fame, and they said this guy really was into it and he really made a commitment to it. The one match that sticks out to me way above all others happened in 1982. It was a Davis Cup match between the United States and Sweden. John McEnroe was the top player for America, Arthur Ashe was the US coach, and Sweden had a 17-year-old named Mats Wilander who became a great player. And the Davis Cup tie came down to those two in one match, and it went 6.5 hours. But it was extremely memorable, and one I won't forget. Well, being in the Hall of Fame means a lot to me because it was something I never could have envisioned when I was a kid. I heard all those great names of Buchholz and Parker and McKinley. I never dreamed that I could be in a Hall of Fame with them, or I could know them or write about them. So I think that makes me appreciate a little more the fact that I made it there when I was such a long shot. It never would have occurred to me.